Yes, indeed, it's the one and only HD, and I'm representing New York, and I'm here in Connecticut on bars I-95. Love is love.
New York is officially in the building. Listen, we was in Philly. Gotta bring it back to New York. Connecticut's #1 rap hip-hop platform. Skills over politics. That means bring your pen game, not your name. Y'all know what we do here, man. I find the heaviest spitters, from vets to up-and-comings, to underground, whatever, you name it. I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna bring them to the show. Appreciate what this young man's been doing all across all different platforms. We've been all over killing shit. So I had to make sure I get you down here. It's been a lot of noise about you. I've been hearing a lot about you, but that's not the reason why I brought you on the show. You know, we hand select who we want on the show. No one tells us you can't pay your way to get on this show. We don't care for your streaming numbers. We don't care how many followers you got. That shit don't matter. It don't mean nothing here. You gotta have talent. You gotta be able to spit bars. So for all you mumble rappers, A&Rs is looking for mumble rappers, that's not what we do here. Understand what we do here though. For every mumble rapper you give me, I'm gonna give you a true lyricist and a true MC that represent the culture correctly. Bars I-95, Connecticut's #1 rap hip-hop platform, that's what we do here. We're not gonna waste no more time. DJ Rome, what you got for me, my brother?
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
And I wasn't provided the opportunity to experience a cold summer. Better yet, my summer jam warmer, so my winter's Mars Potter. To my chamber of secrets where it's Brooklyn and Nevada. Deployed from the chopper, the boys with their choppers. Toys of mini choppers for the customers paying visit. Return from a block of iron fruit to that living winter. Dinners, TVs, I watched till it became frigid. I prayed prior proof my pop liver would become after the 80s. His 70s show came quicker, prepping age. Laura, stairway to heaven, he's on an OJ trial. In era, Broncos slap through Ralph Lauren on my stereo. His hills I had to follow, Polo Vision after the Brian Leach. Surreal, yes, surreal I be. How many times you had to duck because your gooses was free? Which random horses did you push before the jockey was V? Power that I harbor to escape those pearls where the gems don't shine because the ball contains pens that we all perish to. Plenty strike through my lens and I held viciously, knowing the calling then sound right. When all said and done, remember the kid at the table, prepared for his pickup, inherit his own stable. Though the drive near the X until the family is stabled. Like BMs, we all will drive.
That was crazy.
No, it's back to the real. No, it's back to reality. Niggas ain't fucking with me, I say this passively. Fakes ain't fucking with me, I do this actually.
Right.
I survive with the snakes through slither, it wouldn't rattle me.
Right.
Cowardly, niggas try to compare. However, maybe fair, but I don't fear. I don't ride, y'all care. For enjoyment, I employed it. I detected y'all flares within the pack. I arrive in addition to my sour piece that I carry from my unbought through a hood. Good factories shackle me with keys, allow me to experience whips. Had no effect on the drive, so I exchange it for a ship. Howling wolf for muddy waters, invaded hip-hop borders. Disobeying your orders, listening to orders to never listen to niggas who say real shit from ass kissing. That's ass backwards, past living. May your empire build without a loan if the sand quickens. So as the blood thickens over the sheep, we feast specifically a handful. No day we grown weak. I couldn't curve on my niggas if the path went straight. Just like the Zell, we need the motherfucking money. If my memory serves me correctly, a time when I would wait at the peak of 12 steps on two familiar faces who ambulate through the gate, diminish their pace with eager. Deprive every ounce of patience that escapes from my aunt. Her son we embrace with inviting arms, alluring smiles that's penetrating. Furthermore, second floor, my mother aches in. Aretha Franklin, respectfully wine drinking, accompanied by her sister as I'm confiscating. Only accessibles within the nephew's expectations completes me, continuously enforces relation between us two. I rarely seen him through family's hatred. Every duration withheld emotional value in me. Still couldn't comprehend that gravity means. When company status is present, my brother becomes neglected as I seldom acknowledge his presence. Fuck it, I'm stressing constantly, cause honestly it's excessive in time investments. How could I guide him with mistakes that shelter no lessons? In progression, my first encounter would get infected with limitations. No longer could today sustain these many hours we would utilize together. Life demands to exchange goodbyes to better. All of that hurt, that separation would submerge. Aggravation, t-shirts, my heart to sleep what we truly treasure. Ruling the measure, each and every length of pressure within myself that centimeters my mother's health. Knowing I am poison too because I would always misuse all your demands. experience, not realizing what's crucial. Can you forgive me as I bet to you your forgiveness? Or just to learn to live in your existence? You mean me well, young as you are with kid, you know I'm inefficient. Unaware that this would only increase the distance between you and our separation extended. My lack of action, I got distracted, have had the intent for different. You rest your head is where I transition. As I sit and watch the sleep that you slip in, hoping to grow in the piece of your faith I can cleanse in and drifting the same rhythm as you breathe. Granted as though time ages, I could transfer your dreams inside my consciousness until I heard you scream. Trigger my panic, weakness, pervaded my ease from your flesh, not surfacing. I invest more in my curse, uncertain if your figure could be rediscovered. Quickly ran to your mother, hoping she saw you. Her reaction will soon discover the real reason he's not in that bedroom sleeping. I'm nervous, agreed and search again in utter grieving. Painfully breathing, suffocating sweat. I'm still not looking forward to looking out the window. That's where I've yet to check. Taking each step apprehensively, closing the distance between his fate and destiny. As I gaze down, silent test never had a greater sound. His soul, heaven, the river, I couldn't reverse that drown. Hold on.
Listen,
Well-
HD's officially in the building. New York is officially in the building. Listen, we was already in Philly. I had to bring it back to
Yeah.
New York. You got some more for me?
Yeah.
You got some more?
Yeah, no, I'm chilling.
I'm about to say, yo, listen, man, we was already in Philly. I had to bring it back to New York, man. Understand, I don't know where I'm gonna go next, but I know HD just did his thing, and you know, you've been putting on and doing your thing out here. Lyrically, you're pretty dope. You know, I think you're pretty dope. It's no surprise to anybody you have a particular you sound, you know, people say you sound like Jay-Z. I see it online a lot. You have that sound.
Yeah.
And have you been running into any issues when it came to that at all as far as your come up?
I mean, obviously, you know, you're gonna have people who are gonna be a little uncertain because they're not familiar with me as a person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think the key thing is that, you know, everyone actually, you know, interacts with me.
Okay.
You know, of course, you know, people are skeptical because they're afraid of change. You know what I mean? And so my sound, obviously being similar to Hove, it's something new.
Right.
You know, I mean, we've had it in the past, but people were actually genuinely trying to be like him. I'm not trying to, this is who I am.
Right.
But of course, I am inspired by Hove, and as well as other greats who have come before me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't, you know, block that. You know, I understand that. So, so far so good. I mean, we've had a great journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you always been rapping like that? Like, have you always been rapping? Let me take that back. How long have you been rapping?
So I've been rapping since 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you always been rapping like that though?
I think, you know, throughout my entire time of just growing, I've always, you know, jumped from different artists to learn from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I tried to incorporate every artist into me to build myself as an MC. And it's funny because I was a huge Fab fan, like when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, you gotta study this guy. You know what I mean? And it was like a Kobe studying Jordan type of situation.
So your dad told you to study?
Yeah, he told me to study Hove. Yeah, my
Word.
dad was like, study this guy. This guy is a little bit better.
So did he
Know what I
hear?
mean?
Did he hear that you sound like? Did you
I don't
hear
think-
that already? Did your father ever tell you that?
Nah.
Nah.
No, absolutely not. I mean, even to this day, I mean, that's my pop.
Right.
You know what I mean? He says, and he's a huge Jay fan. That's
Word.
his favorite artist.
Word.
So, I mean, he's never said, yo, you sound like Jay. He just, you know, keep
Word.
getting better. You know, continue perfecting your craft.
That's what's up. Now,
Yeah.
You know, I'm familiar with seeing a lot of your freestyles online. There's one song in particular you had the Yankee fitted on. It had that whole New York nostalgia around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, was that the song that blew that made it for you? Like, what was your point where he's just like, oh, I'm starting to get some attention?
I think when Shade Room posted Ghetto Sunday, I think that's when
Ghetto
it was.
Sunday is dope.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at so again, I love introducing like the up and coming hustlers, like the grinders, the artists that's doing their thing and coming in the industry. He's one of the cats. Ghetto Hustlers is one of the songs that I like in particular. You had a part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah, part
right?
1 and part 2. Yep.
Right. So if you get a chance, go check it out. I think it should be on all streaming
Yep.
platforms.
Yep.
Right?
YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify,
Go
etc.
check it out. And when you got that particular post, what happened after? Did you get a lot of did your climbs, your numbers climb? Like people reached out to you? What was one of the things that happened? You just like, damn, oh shit.
I think a lot of people reached out, and this was actually post Shade Room, Timbaland actually posted
Word.
Ghetto Sunday, and that was huge. And man, Timbaland spoke, and then Shade Room, and then everybody else started picking it up. But I've gotten a lot more opportunities once the masses started to really see not just the video, but the impact on the people.
Okay.
Because it's different if it was like, this is going nowhere.
Okay.
And, people actually respected it, and the feedback was phenomenal. And others started reposting and it became like a huge sort of trend.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to this day, it's still growing.
Right.
So I give credit to everyone, even the fans who've contributed to sharing that record on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Right.
Yeah. So collectively, everyone. My man Shiggy posted it as well.
Right. I peeped that.
Yeah.
Peeped that. As far as the the fame that came from it, was there anything in particular as far as you're still independent?
Yeah.
Right. So as far
as we have
our
own label now.
Dope. As far as label wise, are you open to being signed? Or are you open to situation? Do you have situations that you're working on?
Yeah. So we've actually sat down with a few people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been good.
Dope.
We sat down with a few
anything
people.
in particular people should look out for that they should be expecting in the next couple of maybe weeks, months?
Yeah, so the next few things we're gonna do here is probably right now. Well, we just dropped the Cake record, so that we want to really capitalize off this track in particular, in the visual. And the next thing we're probably gonna do is drop an additional single, which is called Celebrate. I think the reason why we're dropping these singles, because we want to give people things in increments, but we want to give quality before we give them a whole project. Because we're in a generation right now where everyone is releasing projects every day.
Right.
And we don't want to get caught in that trend. You know what I mean? We want to, go against it kind of. But again, people, the attention spans are short. So let's give them singles, here and there, and give them quality singles and things that they're familiar with. And once we feel that we're comfortable with giving a full, complete project, then that's when we'll do that. So right now, Cake is the main record that we're pushing. And then we'll go ahead and, start into the new year with Celebrate.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. I mean, it sounds like, even looking at your brand and everything you got going on, it sounds like you got your shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. You was early. You probably one of the artists that was ever on time on the show.
Yeah.
So I'd like to salute you on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Artists ain't never on time.
Yeah.
And that tells me a lot about what you guys have going on. That's a lot of organization.
Yeah.
So as an up and coming, as somebody that's getting in the industry, getting your brand out there, I want to salute your organization, because I think that's very important.
Yeah.
A lot of artists don't really pay attention. They don't know how important those little things are, and they don't even pay attention to it. And that takes you a long way. So
absolutely,
definitely appreciate you guys making it down here. I know you got your management in the building, right?
Yeah.
Just give them quickly. Just let them know where they could find you, what your label name is, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So the label is called Accomplice Music Group, and shout out to my team that's in the building right now. My man Greg and my manager Meek. We're doing a phenomenal job. I mean, shout out to the Taj Gibson Foundation. They're a part of that as well. We're a part of that as well. So we're just right now relationships in all different angles, outside of music, the sports world, etc., in the political world. I mean, we're just again relationships and building our the status for us and changing the narrative. That's the key right now with what we got going on. Yeah.
All right, dope, man. Beautiful thing, man. So on this show, the temperature is a little bit different here. You've been on a lot of freestyle platforms. Yeah. But artists, when they come here, it's a little bit different. The light shine a little bit different here. So I appreciate you making it down here and doing your thing. For those of y'all who's just tapping in, I like to grab artists like this and put them on the show as they climbing on their way up. And you get to tap back in on these shows like this when you get to see their humble beginnings. Until we're gonna follow you and watch your growth in the next couple of years and see where you're gonna be in the industry. And I'm gonna make sure try to get you back here.
Yeah, I will.
I know you're a busy dude. So
most definitely. I definitely got to come back. Same thing with my man Cosmic. Got to come back and pay my respect, because it's you guys who push the culture forward by doing these things. Because a lot of artists may not have the complete package or the finances, etc., to make it in these arenas, or go in like Hot 97 and those other, platforms that they glorify that's super huge. But everything is important. Everything is big. It all ties together. So I'm humble, and I thank you for allowing me to come up here. It's been some time, of course, but
He was supposed to be on the show, by the way, but we're not getting to that. Appreciate everybody's been tapping in. Hustlers mentality. Shout out to y'all for the merch. Appreciate everybody's been tuning in. Make sure you go www.barsi95.com. Make sure you purchase go up there, merch, show love, tap in fully, subscribe, press the bell that pops up, notification bell. Tap into the culture, man. We're putting on for you guys, man. Up and coming artists, mainstream to underground, whatever you name it. This is for the culture extremely, man. But HD is officially in the building. Make sure y'all follow him, show him love. Cake is out now. projects he's working on, music he's working on. He got a lot going on, man.
Yeah.
This young man, you know, he's a good look for New York, so make sure y'all tap in.
Absolutely. I give my yeah. So you can follow me on Instagram at hdx24_. Same thing for Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Love is love.
Subscribe now.